Hey guys, Dee here, how are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. So today I am just in the plant room, which aka is my dining room, but I just call it the plant room because obviously this is where the majority of my plants live. So I just got back from the garden centre, made a nice cup of tea because it's kind of cold outside still, and I just wanted to show you guys some of the stuff that I picked up. This is the state of affairs, okay? This is real life, people. This is real life. This is what my dining room table looks like at the moment. It's very messy, but as you can see, this is all the stuff that I picked up. So surprisingly, they still had like Christmas stuff at the garden centres that I went to, and I was like, okay. And it was all basically like 50% off, so I was like, you know what, why not? So of course I had to get some more nutcrackers, because as you do, obsessed with the nutcrackers, so I picked these up. And then I got all of these like ribbons. So I love ribbons. I'm trying my best to kind of, you know, do the bows for the Christmas tree. So I thought, I don't know what colour we're going to have on the Christmas tree next year, but I really do like these kind of like ones that have like poinsettias and holly on it. So I thought, you know what, for 50p, might as well. So I picked up 6 of those. And then I got this gorgeous jewel orchid, which I'm pretty sure this is a Ladysia discolor. But can you imagine what price this was? Guys, this was £3. Like, for this entire plant, it was £3. Like, what? You know, what? So I'm really happy. Like, they had really good sizes as well. This one's just, unfortunately, out of bloom. And obviously the travel, I don't think that these blooms are going to last very much longer. But it is gorgeous, like these leaves. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's probably a little bit of damage on the leaf. But can you see the gorgeous, like, what am I trying to say? The gorgeous, like, glimmer. I don't know if it really comes up on camera. You can kind of see a little bit, but it's lovely. So I'm just kind of like leaving it here to acclimatize. It's just been watered as well, so I'm probably just going to leave it in here. And this one I'm not so sure is going to survive, just because I don't know if you can tell the color difference. I guess this was new growth, or it's been exposed to too much cold or something. So I don't know that that will survive, but again, I can always just take that off and propagate it, and then we've just got the rest of this gorgeous plant to look at. So I'm excited for that. And then I just picked up some bird food because, you know, and then I just, oh, there's a cat in the garden. Can you see that cat just running away? Hi, kitty. It knows I'm looking at it as well. Hello. It's just like, human, what is this? So yeah, I just picked up some bird food as well because we need some bird food. Obviously, not ideal when you got an evil little kitty out there that probably attacks the birds. It's probably why I don't have many birds in the garden at the moment, but such is life. I also got some, what are these called? Mealworms, because I haven't tried these before. I thought, let's give it a go. Maybe it will actually attract some more birds back to the garden. Then we got a, what is this called again? Hypoestes. So I had one in a terrarium and I don't know what happened to it. No, I actually don't know what happened to it. It just like disintegrated and died. And I know they do like high humidity, so I'm not quite sure what happened to that. So we're going to try again and see if it does any better. And this one just looks gorgeous. Like, it's this new like growth. It's so like shiny and pretty. Like, look at that. Loving that. And then of course I had to get some garden plants because, as you do, I don't know if this is really coming up on the camera very much, but this is like a ranunculus, and it's this kind of gorgeous pale purpley mauvey colour. And I wanted to buy these, but they're just like, the corms for this kind of colour is ridiculously expensive. So this was $1.99, and obviously it is one corm, I assume, in there, unless of course I can take good care of it and it multiplies. But at least if I have one, then over the years, theoretically it should get more. I should get more and more, but it's all budded up and I'm just excited for that. And then I picked up some garden plants. So I've got like a spring project idea that I want to put together. So I bought 2 hyacinth bulbs. I think these are pink. I want to say they're pink. I'm really hoping they are, because they were in the pink section, but you never know. I'm hoping they're pink. Now I do love the fragrance of hyacinths, but at the same time, when there are so many of them, oh my god, I can't do it. It gets very strong very quickly. So I'm hoping 1 or 2 of them should be okay. We will see. And to go along with them, I just got some little tete-a-tetes. Because, you know, they're gorgeous, they're miniature, and the ones I have, you can probably see in the background, they're already blooming. So it's already kind of too late to put them into an arrangement. So I thought, These aren't even anywhere close yet to budding up. Obviously, if they stay indoors and it's with, you know, with the warmth and everything, they will start to grow a lot quicker. But I just thought this and this would look great. So look for that video coming up soon. And then, of course, you know, as you do, you see all the bulbs and stuff there. So I had to pick up some more stuff. So I told you guys I was going to get more potatoes. So I did actually pick up. So I got some more main crops. So I got some Maris Piper. Like I said, a really good staple potato. They're really easy to grow. So they're starting. They've got some little eyes. So, of course, I'm going to have to get those into an egg carton soon. And then I saw these and I was like, hey, cool. I know I've tried these before, but for the life of me, I don't remember what they taste like. Like, I really don't remember what they taste like. So I want to try these. So there's 2 in 1 pack. So I got these. Again, if they're good, I might go and pick up another bunch. So I have a couple of them. But obviously, hopefully they will give me runners and then I can propagate off of this plant. I picked up, and let's just go for the other strawberry as well. So I do have some strawberries outside, but like the autumn got away from me and I didn't do a very good job of like protecting my strawberries. So I kind of just left them out there. So they've seen frost, they've seen snow and multiple times and they haven't been protected. I haven't cut them back yet, obviously, because it is a bit too early still to do that. But normally I put them in the greenhouse for a little bit of protection and then I start to bring them out. I think last year, I want to say maybe end of February, March-ish. I can't quite remember, but then I started bringing them out, reintroducing them obviously to the weather to get acclimated, and then they grew beautifully until obviously we got the drought. So I don't know if the ones that we have survived. So I thought, you know what? And the sun's coming out, of course it is, just to ruin the lighting in the video every time. But yeah, I don't know. So I thought I'd pick up some more and just, you know, try with these ones, because then at least I have some strawberries. So this variety is El Santa, and I feel like I've got something really similar to this, except it's not an early bearing, they're ever bearing. But I can't quite remember the name of it. I'm not sure if I have the label. I have to look it up. But there are 3 strawberries in here, and we did see there was some like green growth in here. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe, yeah, a little bit. Okay, you can't really see that. But there is some growth in there, so that's promising. I'm hoping all 3 have survived, because when you pick up these packets, you're never really sure if they are growing in there, you know? So hopefully for that. And then, of course, I had to pick up some more ranunculus, because while they are a pain in the ass, because you have to dig them and store them, they are really gorgeous flowers. And so I know I've been complaining about them the last couple of years. I just left them out on the ground, to be honest. And of course they did not survive. So I'm going to try and take better care of them. So I got 10 of these Pauline Violet. These are like the only kind of single coloured that they have. Normally they have a lot more variety, but I can't seem to find any other colours except a mix. And I don't really want to mix because it's just not going to go with the theme of my garden this year. So we're going to stick with these ones. And then I got some Lily of the Valley, the pink ones, because oh my god, the fragrance on these is absolutely amazing. It is gorgeous. I love the fragrance of these. And we should have 9 of these plants, but for some reason, like the rhizomes are still alive under the ground, but they're not growing. And I don't know why. So they put up foliage last year, but we got no flowers. And they did that the year before as well, no flowers. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like, I really don't understand what is happening here. So I'm going to try again. I'm going to start these off in pots inside and then probably put them out into the greenhouse and just see if they start growing, because I really, 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 really want these, because look, they're just so dainty as well. And like I said, the fragrance is amazing. So if the way that I do them this year works, then I will be buying more of these, because they're not cheap. They are not cheap. So cross the fingers on that. Again, if you have any tips for me of growing Lily of the Valley, please let me know. I would really appreciate any tips or tricks that you have for it. And then, oh no, see, I bought 2 packs. I didn't realise, I thought I only bought 1. But okay, got 2 packets of those, so I have 6. So come on, lilies, please grow. And then the last 2 bulbs that I bought are some cannas. So again, sad story, I completely forgot to put one of my pots of cannas into the greenhouse for the winter to overwinter and hopefully, you know, protect it from the frost and the rain and whatever. completely forgot, and then the weather was just so atrocious I didn't want to go outside and move it into the greenhouse because I was like, the damage is probably already done. So it's out there sitting in its pot, and I'm gonna wait for like spring to see if it survived. I don't have high hopes that it has survived, but you never know, right? You never know. Plants are a lot more resilient. I know this is a tropical plant, but you know, you never know. So I am going to wait for that. But in the eventuality that it didn't survive, I have these two to replace it, because I do have one in the greenhouse, but it's not looking so hot either, which is really strange because it's been doing well for the past couple of years, but it's not looking great right now. So again, we'll just have to see. So I got this, what's this, Pretoria. It looks like it has gorgeous variegated leaves, so I'm excited for that one. And the flowers, yeah, bog standard orange. These ones though have like speckly flowers. So this one is called Cleopatra, and I think it's just your normal like green foliage. So yeah, those are that. And then the last, let me just grab them from over here. And then the last plants that I picked up, and just move some scissors out of the way, were some oh crap, just dropped it on the floor. Were some Tillandsias. So this I think is just your bog standard Ionantha. I think this is also another, yeah, see, this is all coming off on the bottom. I'll just take these off anyway because looks like they might be dying leaves. This is the red Ionantha, I'm pretty sure. And then this one, I have no idea what it is called, but I'm just loving the growth structure of this. Like, look at it. And again, this was like £3. You can see it. This was £3. These were all £3. So that's kind of a good price for such a big, like a big plant. Is that what we call them? Yeah, for such a big plant. So I'm looking forward to this. If you know the idea of this one, please let me know. I will try and Google it and see if I can figure out what it is. But it's just looking nice. I'm liking it. And this one, obviously, I've grown this before. I've got babies out of them before. So I have experience. The other ones, I have experience with a few other ones, but the like really fine hairy ones I don't do very well with. They tend to die on me. So I'm hoping that I can keep all of these three alive. So I'm just going to set up my soil station, and we're probably going to get to planting some of this stuff up, which I know it's indoors, guys. I can't really do anything about it. The weather is like, I don't want to be standing outside in the cold doing all this stuff, and it is a temporary greenhouse. I don't, again, want to be out there because it's not that warm. So, you know, I plant inside and then put everything out in the greenhouse. It's just kind of how it goes. So yeah, I'm gonna just set up and then I will get back to you. Okay, so I had to go outside, get some soil. So I'm using some garden compost, and then I also collected a couple of pots so that I can pot some of this stuff up. So I just bought like a variety because I'm not quite sure the size that I'm gonna need. So I'm just gonna place these in front of me and just grab some of my tea. Oh god, yeah, it's a little bit chilly outside. You know what I also forget is a freaking spoon. Always something. So no, I'm gonna use my little shovel instead. So I'm just gonna mix this up. So it's like yeah, plant compost and some grit just for added drainage. I think this has something in it. I'm not quite sure what they've like incorporated into it, but I can see that it has got drainage already in it, but I like to have extra drainage because you never know. Let me just double check because I am trying to get different angles for you guys. So I'm just double checking that my phone hopefully is capturing some of this as well, so you can get maybe a little bit of a closer perspective. I don't know. We'll see how it works. Might not work out at all. So yeah, I'm just mixing that together. And then I am going to start with the strawberries. So it says March to June, but I want to get them off to a little bit of a good start. Alright, I have a few labels. This is always what happens. I organise and I put stuff away and then I don't remember where I put them. Because I could have sworn, obviously, this is like, see, now I'm blind. I just found them. Because I was complaining about it, just found them. So yeah, I'm just gonna write my labels. So these are straws. So yeah, I'm potting them up a little bit early, but again, I'm gonna put them out in the greenhouse. I'm gonna make sure that I aerate the greenhouse a lot more. And then these should get off to a little bit of an early start. And then I can put them in the other greenhouse that I have next to it, so the permanent kind of miniature greenhouse I have to acclimate to the outside temperatures. So I'm just going to slowly look in here to find my plants. So we've got 1, 2, and the third one, and this looks like cocoa coir, so I'm just going to dump that out into here because it's not going to harm anything. That's the only thing I really don't like, is that all this stuff comes in plastic, but you know, what can we do? Alright, so it looks like this is the growth point and the roots are all over the place. I'm just gonna see what kind of pots. I think this will, that kind of, yeah, so I'm gonna use the square pots for these. I'm gonna get my 3 pots. And then literally all you're gonna do is you're gonna half fill your pot with soil, you're gonna get your strawberry, and you're just gonna gently try and get all of those roots and growth points in there. So this is just a starting mix, like obviously just to start them off. And then when they start growing, I am going to figure out where I want to put them this year. So normally I grow them in those, you know, those strawberry planters that you can get with all the little holes. Now they do grow, but like they do grow in there, but I just feel like they need a little bit more root space. But I don't want to put them in the ground, so it's a little bit difficult to know where I want to put them. Because in that planter, they dry out very quickly. And like I said, they are a good idea, but they just dry out too quickly. So I have like these planters that stand up on legs, like a balcony planter. So I'm like, oh, maybe I should just get one of those and just have it specifically for strawberries. Because I did have them, a variety growing in them the last couple of years. But then the red ants took up lodgings. I feel like this is a lot of roots in here. The ants took up lodgings in there, and then, how am I going to do this? Very gently. Okay, this is not going to be in the middle of the pot, but what can I do? It annoys me, but we just need to get it in there. So yeah, the red ants took up a home in there, and I was like, hell no, no. So I had to empty out that entire planter and, you know, get rid of those red ants, because if you have red ants, you know they bite and they're very aggressive. So I got rid of those, and then I planted asparagus in their place for some reason. Like, I don't know what I was like thinking. I was like, oh, asparagus will do well in here. So I just put the asparagus in there. So now I need to find somewhere else that they can grow in, that they can have quite a lot of root run, because that thing, I don't know, it's like this big, like this deep. So I feel like if the strawberries have all of that to grow into, they'll do really well. Yeah, they should do really well, and they should survive drought a lot better than they would in those like terracotta strawberry planter majiggies. I also had some in hanging, like hanging planters, but they're not in the right position. The capacity for the roots is very small, and I just don't think it's good. And it's not good. They dry out way too quickly. I have to water them maybe 3-4 times a day, especially, you know, even if that's like 25 degrees, the root run, like the capacity for it is not good. So those planters, I'm definitely going to have to take the strawberries out if they even survived, and then probably replace them with like succulents or something that can actually handle having, you know, they like to have that cool, dry soil. So that is the plan. Whether that happens or not, who knows. Like, I don't know if you guys grow them in the ground, because if you do, obviously they can run rampant, and I don't want that to happen either. So it's kind of, you know, what do we do kind of thing to keep these, you know, keep these things alive, have produce, but so, you know, keep them growing to their best potential, but then not have, you know, a headache because they're just starting to take over your entire garden. You know what I mean? Okay, so we're moving on to the pineberry. Is this even a strawberry, or is it just, I'm just going to put pineberry, but, and then I'm going to put in brackets white straub. I probably won't even be able to read my own handwriting, because that's what happens every time I make labels. And I have these daffodils. I don't know if you can see that. Oh my god. So I love daffodils. I love having cut flowers around. It just brings like a pop of colour. It's just like spring. These ones though have the smell that I really dislike, and it's a very, very strong scent. So I'm sitting here next to them and I just keep getting like whiffs of it, and I'm like, oh, why? I can't deal with it. I can't deal with this one. But I love the flowers, and this is the thing that I really hate about like grocery store flowers, is that I love the, you know what I mean? I love these kinds of Ooh, these are quite small. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to get in here a little bit. So these ones are actually quite small. Hello? Is there, oh yeah, there's only 2 in here. I was like, is there a third one? I was like looking for a third one and I was like, well, there's only 2. They're quite small, so hopefully, oh, and we lost a leaf. We lost a leaf, but that's alright. So yeah, hopefully that's alright that they're small, so kind of growing them on a little bit early should encourage them to hopefully get some nice good roots growing. But yeah, what I was saying about grocery store daffodils is you never know like what colours you're going to get, because obviously they cut from a variety of different daffodils, and there's one daffodil that comes out every year and I can't figure out which daffodil it is. It has like an orange trumpet and it's got the most amazing fragrance, but I keep buying like, you know, the bulbs with orange trumpets and I still haven't found the one that smells that lovely. So I'm just like still on the hunt for it. I don't know which one it is. I would love to know. Like if you're a grower of cut flower daffodils, please let me know if you know what they are. Oh, this pot just broke. Ah, screw it. I'm gonna use it anyway because I can't be bothered to go get another one. I'm gonna use it anyway. So like I've just, these are a lot smaller compared to the other strawberries, but hopefully that's alright. So again, I'm just gonna put them in very gently and just cover up, top up with some soil. Just like so. And then we've got our label. Okay, and then what are we gonna go with next? We are gonna go with our lily of the valley. So it says 10 centimeters deep. So we've got 1. Okay, there should be 3, but there's only 1. There is only 1. What the? Eh? Or is this the 3? Oh, okay, no. I think it's... They've rubber banded this. I've never seen that before in my life. So they've like... I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. Let me see. Is this still recording? This is still recording. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, maybe I'll just change the angle there a little bit. Just got soil all over me. Let me just double check. Yeah. So there's like a rubber band on it. So I've never seen that before. There's an actual rubber band holding these 3 together. So okay. That's new. And now I'm worried because I'm gonna have to take it out. And okay. Let's go. So what does it say? It says, right. Excellent ground cover, blah blah blah, planting period March to May, partial shade, well drained, dislike having roots disturbed. Aha, well unfortunately little lilies, you're going to have your roots disturbed because they are going to get replanted, and hopefully that's okay. So I'm just going to gently, oh please don't, my phone just turned off, love that, no, there we go. So yeah, we're just going to, oh no, okay, oh, try not to disturb the roots so much. And then I have to separate these because I don't know. Oh, okay, so that's 1 plant, 2 and 3, okay. And some of the roots, yeah, they've just, oh, and that's, I think, rotten. Yes, that is mushy, we don't like that. I'm just gonna cut into the dead and take that off and put that to the side. Okay, 10 centimeters deep. I think I have to go get some more square planters because I don't have, whatever, they're just gonna go in this. They're gonna get like I said, they're gonna get repotted anyway. So this is what a bare root lily of the valley looks like. Hopefully you guys can see that. And I'm just gonna literally stuff it again, like with the strawberries. I'm gonna stuff this in here with the point facing up. Oh, let me not just lose the other one. And then we're going to replant them. So yeah, have you guys been going to the garden centre recently? I feel like it's a bit of slim pickings at the moment. Alright, I'm going to try it with this big one, this big pot instead. Like there are some plants starting to come out. A lot of bulbs have just recently been released. So you know, if you forgot to get your bulbs or you just didn't buy your bulbs in time, you can get them now, and they will, you know, you can plant them now and you'll have your colour for spring. Otherwise, yeah, there's not a lot of stuff going on. So I'm just gonna put this in here and we're gonna top out all the, oh crap, spill it everywhere. Always have to hoover after I do these videos, honestly. Okay, so we've got pink pineberry. Why did I make 3 of these? I made 3 of these and I don't know why. Yeah, just gonna cross that out. And pink lily valley. So I was hoping to have a little bit more plant selection, but I think it's still just a little bit too early in the season. So I will have to go, you know, in the next couple of months to have a look. I don't even know, like, I'm not looking for specific plants. Obviously I'm gonna have to wait until spring to see if stuff has survived outside, and then I'll have an excuse to go buy some more stuff, you know? So yeah, they do have a lot of bulbs, but one of the garden centres I went to literally had like no bulbs at all and hardly any potatoes, and I was like, that's really strange. So I don't know what's going on there, or if, like, you know, they're just maybe not a lot of people are interested at the moment. I don't know. I'd love to get out into the garden, to be honest. I really would, but like I said, we're getting some milder weather coming along, so hopefully I can get out there and start like doing my garden tasks, because I do need to do them. What is this? Pink valley lily. I know it's the other way, but I know what I mean when I write these labels. At least I think I do sometimes. And then yeah, I have to make sure that I actually do take care of these in the greenhouse, because I'm very notorious for not taking care of stuff in the greenhouse if the weather's not conducive to it. This year I don't know, I just don't want to, I don't know, I don't have the urge to be going out there and, you know, properly in the greenhouse because it's just too cold. But I do need to, obviously, once I get, excuse me, my nose is itchy. Once I do get into like my seed sowing phase, which is, you know, going to start intensively soon, I'm going to definitely have to go out there and make sure that I'm watering and, you know, taking care of them. Otherwise it's just like, what's the point? You know, that's just all of your good efforts gone to sowing all these seeds and taking care of them just to have them, you know, waste away and die. Like, there's no point in that. So I will have to take care of that. Okay, so obviously with my ranunculus, I'm actually going to have to soak these. So this I will do in a different video, so you guys can have a dedicated pre-sprouting ranunculus video that is a little bit more in detail. And then the cannas, I feel like, you know, screw it, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We are gonna get the cannas going. Okay, so we've got, what is this one called? This is Cleopatra. So it does say February, and we're basically in February. So canna. So as long as you have a frost-free place to keep these, they will be okay to pot up now. And again, you are just getting a little bit of a head start on the growing season by potting them up now. So again, I did the same thing with my calla lily, however you want to pronounce it. I left one of them outside because it just completely didn't even come into my brain that I was like, oh, I have to put that in the greenhouse. I literally was just like, oh, I'll be okay, it should be hardy in this area. And then of course we had the most cold weather that we've had in like a long time. And so now, again, it's like my favourite colour one that I was looking for ages. I don't know if it's going to survive. So again, it's a who knows. But I do have another one of a different colour going in the greenhouse now that I potted up. Obviously it's not doing anything because the weather's just not conducive for it, but hopefully it's working on all of its roots and getting its roots going. Because that is the whole point of, you know, pre-sprouting and like planting these things early, is that you want to get their root systems growing and being healthy, so that by the time it comes to planting outside, when temperatures are warm enough, they've got all that root development like done, and then they can focus on other things like growing and producing flowers. So this is also a little bit mushy. Oh, okay, I don't like that. I do have cinnamon. So I probably won't be watering this for a little while, so I'm just going to douse this in cinnamon. And I know some people think it doesn't work. I don't know. I've had good experience doing this. It normally does protect from rot for me. That's just what I've experienced. It definitely does help, and it you know, calluses over wounds and stuff. If you don't believe in it, that's fine. You can use a fungicide if you have access to a fungicide. We don't get, at least I don't know anywhere to buy a powdered fungicide that we could use on something like this, but I know you guys in America do have access to stuff like that. So, you know, use that if you have that. But for me, cinnamon usually does the job. So yeah, I'm hoping this will get off to a good start and hopefully not rot. So this is such a weird looking plant. So they do grow like rhizomatically, and they do produce then offshoots that you can just, you know, break off. And this is a little bit rotted too, so I'm just gonna pull that off. Oh, okay, it's just the skin, it's fine. As long as I don't water this, I think for the next couple of, next little while, it should be okay, and then it should start to grow. So this is what it kind of looks like. So obviously this is a growth point up here, so I'm just gonna plop it into the pot like so. Or am I? Because I don't think it fits in here. Ah, for God's sake, I don't know that I have a wider. Is this wider? Are you gonna, oh God, now it's stuck in there. Okay, yeah, it's gonna have to go in this one. So instead of planting across, which I wanted to do, I'm just gonna plant it straight down. I wish I had a bigger pot, but again, it's gonna get repotted anyway. So like I said, I just want it to work on its roots. So, nope, I do need a bigger pot. I need a bigger pot. Okay, so now I have an even giant bigger pot, which is probably the size I should have gone for anyway, but you know, I tried to get away with having little smaller pots. So yeah, I'm just gonna plop that in and cover it up. Hopefully I have enough soil. And yeah. Again, I think this could even go in a bigger pot, but I don't have a bigger pot, and again, I don't want to go back outside. The last time I want to go back outside today is just to put all this in the greenhouse and close up the greenhouse. So I am just going to leave that little root tip exposed. So this one is Cleopatra. Give a little bit of a shake. Oh crap, again, make a mess and spill the soil everywhere. And we're just gonna, just like that. And then we have to see what this one looks like. Hopefully this one isn't rotted as well. That's not what you want to have when you go to a garden centre and buy a plant. And then we're just gonna, I'm gonna reuse all this cocoa coir, even though it looks kind of questionable quality, but I am gonna use it. So this one, okay, so this one, let's just shake some of that. This one looks completely different. I don't know if you guys can see that. So the growth point is actually here in the middle. So this one I'm gonna have to plant sideways. Hopefully it will be okay. And let's just mix that cocoa coir in. I've run out of grit in here. I think it should be okay if I don't water too heavily. And obviously because it's not super warm in the greenhouse, you don't want to go crazy on your watering anyway. So this soil that I'm using is moist. Next time I see that the soil has kind of run out. So this soil is kind of moist, so I don't think I have to water them in that much. But I will come along, and obviously if the soil is dry, stick your finger in it, check if it's dry. I will give it then a little bit, a light drink, a very light drink, because I don't want these guys to sit in cold, wet soil and, you know, rot and die. So again, that's also dependent on the weather. So if we get more sun, then the greenhouse obviously gets more warm, and then, you know, you might have to water a little bit more. But yeah, that's this one done. So I know this was a very long chatty video. Probably me just chatting crap anyway. It's not really anything that you guys are probably interested in, but you know, I like to chat to a camera, what can I say? And by proxy to you guys too. So yeah, this is just some of the pre-sprouting that I'm getting done for, you know, I'm starting to get ready for the growing season, because it is time. It is time to start, you know, come on Dee Dee, let's do this. Like, I need to kick myself up the arse a little bit and start getting myself prepared and ready for the growing season ahead, because it is going to be a busy one. There are a lot of things that I really want to work on in the garden again this year. Like last year I thought, you know, I've been working at it for a couple of years, but last year, you know, I started a new bed, so I need to figure that bed out still some more this year. I want to get that done, and I want to sort out my pots that I have. There's just too many pots, and like the whole design and everything. There's so many things that I really want to do in the garden, so I need to start doing that and getting on with it, like seed starting as well. I need to do all of that and just, yeah, do stuff in the garden. So this is the first step. Have you guys started already your spring prep? Have you started any seeds off yet? Are you doing like winter sowing? Are you doing stuff like this where you've gone to the garden centre and of course couldn't help yourself and bought all the stuff? Because, you know, that's just what us planty people do. We can't help ourselves when we go to a garden centre. There's just always such lovely, gorgeous things to see that you just want to buy all the time. So if you have, let me know. It'd be interesting to see what you guys have bought, or what are you planning to grow this year as well? That would be another thing. Are you also planning to grow some strawberries? And do you also have the white strawberries in your area? Because I've never seen them before. Like, this is the first year that I've seen them like available to buy and grow on as an actual crop. So if you guys do have them, do you like them? Are they good? Let me know. And yeah, that is it. I'm gonna stop the rambling. So have a great day or night wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you guys soon with another one.